Alright, we are back in COEW Wrestling, and it is for our first championship match here tonight. And that's not how you say flyweights, but it is for the flyweight championship, and it is the hometown hero, oh well, not hometown, the home country hero in Romano coming out first in his native country. Romano, possibly a hero. The crowd are in hushed silence waiting for him to appear. The crowd is starting to cheer louder and louder, and that's because this man has returned to Italy, and he's returned to Italy for one thing and one thing only, and that is to win gold. No Raffaello inside. Raffaello in the back, probably not wearing that much gear on at the moment, cheering on his man as he is going to fight against the Bruiserweight alone. Now, this is going to be a little bit of an interesting match for most people, because Romano hasn't actually had a good, fight against Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne has had a lot of the upper hand in exchanges that Romano and Pete were shared in the ring, and Raf was the one that won the tag match. But Raf has beaten, Raffaello and Romano have beaten the British Strong Style of Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. They have got a win over them, and currently Romano is definitely in his home element. He is here tonight, and he is fighting for his people. His people are alongside him, as well as a little bit of boos from the audience, probably because of just the fact of how the reputation that he got in Italy. So this man is definitely in home. Like, he feels at home. He feels centered in the ring. And now Pete Dunne coming out, wearing the blue colors a little bit here tonight, going against the red. And the crowd, the same sort of reaction for Pete as it does for Romano. Pete Dunne marching on down to the ring, one of the longer reigning flyweight champions. I think he might actually be coming up against Kota Ibushi's reign record, which is actually astonishing to think about. We might have a new longest reigning champion, and it might be Pete Dunne. And Pete Dunne, not shy to point out that he's one of the best wrestlers in the world, and he wants to prove it again here tonight against this man. He has said in multiple interviews that Pete does not see Romano as a challenge. He does not see him as a threat. He sees him as a stepping stone to win more titles. Pete Dunne has expressed his desire to go after the heavyweight championship, that he felt like him holding the flyweight championship that this long should provide him the privilege to fight against other titles. But we shall see here tonight if he can keep hold of that belt. There is a huge target on Pete's back, and there's a lot to gain from Romano as well.
Weighing in at 165 pounds,
Romano getting a cheer from the crowd here and bowing down to Pete Dunne a little bit, showing a little bit of respect that we don't usually see.
From Birmingham, England, weighing in at 205 pounds, the Action Light Heavyweight Champion,
Flyweight champion, announcer. And Pete Dunne also getting cheers from the audience. Probably a little bit less than Romano there. Looking at the title, this could be the last time that we see the Bruiserweight holding on to the Flyweight Championship. But it also could be still that long reign that nobody's ever going to be able to take off of him. Referee holding up that Flyweight Championship here tonight. This is about to go the fuck down. Romano. Pete Dunne. Ring that bell, referee. We got to get this shit underway. Here we go. Will both men grapple? Oh, Pete Dunne with the grapple immediately, and immediately dropping him on his head. Now, we have seen that a bunch in the last match that they have. They have had a lot of exploders on the outside, dished out to Romano, and Pete Dunne looking to target the back of the head, which was what he did previously. And Pete Dunne going up to the top rope now, targeting the head once again, immediately just going in for the DDT, going in for a cover here, one count, but immediately Romano kicking out, almost angry at the disrespect that Pete Dunne was showing there. Pete Dunne going in for a side slam though, taking down the head. And again, disrespectful kicks. Disrespectful to the bitter end right now. Grinding down a little bit on the torso. Pete Dunne just not really showing any kind of respect to Romano in this fight, and possibly because again he doesn't feel that he is a great challenger, but you shouldn't underestimate him. And a quick punch to the gut from a double axe handle off the top rope. Romano turns the tide immediately, and immediately with a running knee into the corner and just strangling him. He is strangling Pete Dunne into the corner. The referee is going to have to break this up, otherwise Romano is going to get himself DQ'd, but just immediately grabbing the throat and strangling Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne not liking that one big, dragging his arm straight down into the canvas. That little burst of energy, that is what you're going to need to focus on. Romano maybe have the speed, he may have the aggression, but that aggression could be the downfall as well. Pete Dunne is a master strategist. He's been planning out all of this. But also, he has been underestimating Romano quite a bit. So we need to see how those two factors come into play. A quick clothesline before yanking him back down out of the corner. And now just going after the arms, looking for an arm breaker spot. Trying to break the arm of Romano a little bit here. Trying to dislocate the shoulder, trying to pop that shit back out. But we'll see very quickly if that is staying the case. Stomp to the back of the head. Romano quickly going after the legs of Pete Dunne. Going for the gut here. Pete Dunne sitting up. And then a quick boot to the chest again. And now quickly again Romano looking to just dish out as much offense as he possibly can. Pete Dunne managing to get up, but a quick jumping kick, taking him down. Learning that from Raph a little bit. And now Romano going into the other corner, waiting for Pete Dunne to get up. Get a running knee strike start into the corner. Quick stomp down into the corner again. And now Romano putting 1 foot over. And now it's time for the good vibrations. Making the vibrations onto the chest a little bit there. And walking away all smug-like in his home country. Romano needs to keep the focus on the bruiserweight. We have seen that like Pete Dunne will just immediately get control if he is let a single chance, and that's what we don't want. We want Romano to stay on top of things. Well, when I say we, I'm unbiased. I am a commentator that is unbiased in all of this, but I'm saying what Romano needs to do in his home country to get the win against the bruiserweight. And that's what he needs to do. And currently, he's staying on top of things right now. It is not one-sided like it has been in all of the other matches that these guys have had. It is so far being competitive between the two. Pete Dunne did get the initial start here, but Romano is staying on top of things. He has got the ball and he is running with it as far as he possibly can. And also, he's keeping Pete in the corner. That is another key factor about this. Pete Dunne, if he can be technical, if he can grab you, if he can do all that, he will do so. At the moment, he's thrown in the corner, he's being dragged around, and every time he gets up, he's getting dropped down immediately. And Pete Dunne manages to sidestep that knee strike over to the head. Pete Dunne looking for the bare end, immediately turning the tide. Could this be it? This is Pete Dunne's finisher, and now he's going in for the cover. This could be just it. Just immediately turning that around. Romano with a kick out at 2. He is not giving up at all. In fact, he's not leaving the ring completely, but that bare end changed the tide completely in that fight. And now a quick spear onto the concrete on the outside. Pete Dunne following suit there. Is countouts and disqualifications. So hopefully it will not come to that. But Pete Dunne and Romano on the concrete floor, that is not a good precedent here. Romano did some good things, but one bit around that one opening, as I said, if Pete Dunne gets an opening, he will change the match completely back to his favor, and that was what happened there. That was the warning that I gave earlier, and that's just what is happening now. 3 count by the referee. Pete Dunne using the outside as like his sort of playground, and quickly Romano with a kick to the gut of Pete Dunne, looking to dish out some big damage on the outside. What is he doing? Oh, breaking the head of Pete Dunne with a knee, but might be damaging his back a little bit on the outside, not really realizing the concrete floor was there. I'm wondering how much damage was done to Romano. Romano putting Pete Dunne back into the ring, needing to follow suit, but Pete Dunne immediately there to greet him. And that is the unfortunate thing about Champion's Advantage. If he gets DQ'd or counted out, he still wins the title. So Romano is at a disadvantage whenever he's outside the ring. He needs to get Pete Dunne back into the ring, but Pete Dunne doesn't need to get back into the ring in order to keep the title. And that is what's happening here. But Romano quickly scouting Pete Dunne's pickup there. He is back in control as much as he possibly can, dragging the bruiserweight back down to the mat, quickly stomping on the gut again before kicking the shoulder. Just using them stomps to take down Pete a little bit more, dropping the knee on the throat there and taunting Pete Dunne with a knee over the throat with the pinfall there. I don't think that was a proper pinfall. I think that was to anger Pete Dunne a little bit, making him more bitter, probably making him more angry to make him do more mistakes. He's using which usually Romano's weakness against Pete Dunne, because Pete Dunne can get angry. He can make mistakes. We have seen that before. And he's not unbeatable. We have seen people like Jim beat Pete Dunne in recent times. We have seen multiple people beat Pete Dunne in the past. It's just whether or not Pete is going to be the one that is being beaten now is the other question. Quickly with a crossbody off the top rope and just screaming into the air after it, and then trying to pop out his shoulder a little bit there and trying to wrench it out of the socket, trying to be like, and then like dish out some major damage. But I'm wondering if that is there. Just stomping the back of Pete's head as well. Pete quickly with a clothesline, getting up out of here. Romano straight to the outside. Pete Dunne going up to the top rope. I do not believe this is a good spot for Romano, but quickly with double axe handle to the outside. And Romano quickly getting a kick to the spine for his troubles. Pete Dunne is now working Romano on the outside. This is a very dangerous place for Romano as the Bruiserweight goes into his element. Looking like that, he is going to torment Romano in front of his friends in the front crowd if he has any. We are unsure, but quickly going in for a double knees onto the spine. I think it might have hit the concrete a little, which is going to hurt Pete Dunne a little bit more. And now Pete getting back into the ring. Romano, he just punched the referee in the way. Referee getting a little bit of abuse there while Romano was like trying to get up. Pete Dunne wouldn't give a single fuck who is in his way. He's just fighting for the fences. And that is what's happening here tonight. Now looking for a powerbomb suplex into a powerbomb. Going in for the cover there. Nope, not even there. But now going in for the cover here. That is a rope break and a half. But okay, I guess it's not. Referee doesn't think it is, but Romano quickly kicking out at 2. He is staying in the fight. Despite the amount of brutality being used here against him, he is staying in the fight. And that is commendable on multiple levels, but sometimes you might need to lose in order to keep having a career later. And that's the sort of mindset we're in right now. He's taken a bunch of bumps on the concrete. He's taken a bunch of hard-hitting moves from Pete Dunne, and he's still in this fight. But he might need to give in. He might need. Oh, and his eye is busted open. We're getting a Kimura lock now. I think Pete Dunne's head is underneath the rope right now. He's out of bounds, but again, Romano quickly getting out of there despite the Kimura lock. A submission move being used to break people's arms and going in for a powerbomb move right there. And that could be it. 1, 2, and a kick out again. Romano keeps getting up. He is not staying down. He keeps getting up. He keeps on fighting, and Pete Dunne double stomp to the outside on his abdomen. This man is getting mugged right now on the outside. Suplex onto the concrete, just absolutely battered from pillar to post, but keeps on fighting. This is a commendable effort, but Jesus Christ, when will the referee actually call for the bell and just say it's over at this point? Pete not looking for mercy, just immediately still going after Romano, still going after him. Romano with a kick to the head. He needs to get back into the ring. You need to get in and not like take out too much damage, and that's what he does. He quickly gets back in the ring. He grabs Pete Dunne by the head, puts him in the corner, actually busted him open when he hit him with his head there. Both men busted open. Romano's like eyebrow, I think, is busted open. Pete Dunne's forehead is, and quickly Romano putting Pete Dunne up on the top rope before kneeing him straight into the gut. And just immediately Romano quickly getting back in that some offense. He needs to stay on top because I don't know how long or how much, like, you know, offense he has left in him, and targeting a cut on his head there with some stomps. And now again knees to the spine, targeting that spinal area. That's probably a good place to target, but I do not know how much Pete Dunne has left in him. Now quickly turning over the Bruiserweight, grabbing hold of both hands. He might be going for the Kumagoye! Quickly with the knee strike thrust in the hand. Could this be it? 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, we have a new champion! We have a new champion! Pete Dunne, who has not lost this title since season 3, winning it off of Kota Ibushi for a long time. Our first title change in COEW Wrestling in months is the boy who has come to Italy has came true, and it is Romano as your flyweight champion. And he is bleeding. We have got ourselves a new champion here tonight. Congratulations, Romano, for your victory. You deserve it, my man. This man going up to the top rope. I think he's going to celebrate with the belt. He is struggling a little bit, but there you go. And there you go, celebrating up high with the flyweight championship. There you go, my man.